I'm Abiola Jackson. This is the Entertainment News, Celebrity Gossip TV for Thursday, June the 26th. In entertainment news, Peter Gunz reacts to claims Amina Butterfly is homeless. Well, before we get to his reaction on this, we're going to take you back to where it all began with Amina Butterfly claiming that she's homeless. Shout out to the Shade Room. I'll let you hear this, what she has to say here. She had a few things to say, saying that we are homeless. Again, they had moved to, she and her kids moved to Germany after she lost her home in Los Angeles due to financial issues. So we're going to let you hear. She's going to expound and go into more detail on this. Then after that, we're going to go to Peter Gunz through Hollywood Unlock to get his reaction to all of this. And I will chime in as usual to give my comments and thoughts on this. Let's begin with this.
Day one, waking up in Germany after losing our home in LA. Me and my kids moved out of place, put our stuff in storage, or most of it in the trash, but some of it in the storage. And we don't have a home, y'all. But guess what? Thank God for family, because we're in Germany with my family and we're going to be here till I figure it out, because I will, as I always do. But the last couple of years have been so rough, working my butt off, not making enough money, end up losing my place. And now we're staying with family until I know what I can figure out what's next.
Well, so far, my first impressions are that she seems like she's in a calm place. She seems very calm. This is from the sounds of how she's talking and the situation that she's in. She doesn't seem too worried or concerned about the situation that she's in, despite saying that she's in a homeless situation now. But she has, like she said, she has family in Germany, so she doesn't seem too worried about it. Um, let's continue. That's my impression so far, but let's continue.
And don't ask me what that is, because everybody's like, so what's the plan? I have no idea. I needed to freaking clear my head so I can come up with a plan. And all I know is we're happy, we're healthy, we're powerful, we're capable, and there's so much opportunity out there.
Yeah, you see? Yeah. She says she's happy and healthy, see? To me, that says that's that's very eye-opening for her to say that, because it seems like she does not miss the United States. From my impressions, she does not miss the United States. Doesn't miss it at all. After she lost her home in LA, and she doesn't really miss it at all. She's starting over again, starting from scratch, and says that she's happy. It looks like she'll be starting from scratch and doing and just continuing her life in Germany. I don't think she doesn't miss the U.S. It doesn't look like it. I guess we'll get into more detail on that when we hear Peter Gunz's reaction. I'll go into more detail on that, on why I don't believe she misses the U.S. Let's continue.
And sometimes losing something is only taking you to the next place that you're meant to be. So let's see what life has got in store for us. No, but seriously, I threw my whole life in the trash. 80% of what we own, and I didn't own anything valuable anyway to begin with, but it feels very good to not have much, but have what's important, which is love. I've never been materialistic anyway, and I only want what's valuable to me. stay tuned for what's next.
All right. So that's that interview. We're going to get to the comments on this. We're going to go through the reaction of for what she said here regarding her being homeless. Then we'll get to Peter Gunz. We'll get to him afterwards. So the reaction here is a lot of people chimed in on this one. And this is what I was saying earlier. This lady here, Faye Love, says, Amina, the calmness in your voice, the strength I see in this challenging situation in your life. Pray, love, God is the answer. See, so that's what I mentioned earlier. She's very calm and doesn't seem too worried or concerned because she has a family support system back in Germany that's supporting her. So she's not too worried about that. And another person chimed in, stay in Germany, keep your peace, Queen. I agree. Open up a new chapter, stay in Germany, and have a peace of mind. You know what? You don't want to be in the United States right now where it's pretty chaotic with things going in what's in the latest situations that's going on down there. So yeah, I agree with that comment. Stay in Germany and keep your peace. I agree with that one. I do continue here. It says there, never kick somebody while they're down. Prayers to her and her babies. Very true. Factual statements. Next person says, Peter is out here bragging about not being on child support. Baby, I'd be at that office first thing tomorrow. No hesitation. The mother always has to bear the pain. She'll be all right. So let's see what else they got here. And I agree with this comment here. And this is what I was saying earlier. Honestly, this might be in her favor because America's not looking too promising. Supportive family is everything. I agree with that 1,000%. Where is Peter Piper pick up peta pig at? Huh. I guess we're throwing shit at Peter Gunz. And the people think in the comments that before you ask where Peter's at, he's probably struggling financially. And that's going to lead us to Peter Gunz's reaction to all of this, to what Amina Butterfly has to say. So we're going to get his reaction. And shout out to Hollywood Unlocked. He will react to this. And I'm going to chime in as well and give my thoughts and give further commentary on this myself. Let's get to Peter Gunz.
And I'm like, that don't make any sense. That's like that's Pete Gunz's kids right there, you know? And
God, I'm kind of at a loss for words with it because it's more hurt, and I try not to put anything else out in the world that would hurt my kids because already I did Love and Hip Hop. I got a lot of explaining to do from the bullshit I did on the show.
yeah,
So I try not to put nothing out in the world, and I do love Amina. Amina has a good heart; she means well. I'm another shot. Listen, I literally got off the phone with Amina yesterday. I'm handling some stuff for a car in LA, and she asked me, can I get tickets for a jazz show for her and her family to take her mom's to? There was no discussion of anything negative like that. I flew to LA last week.
and you moved her out. You were helping her move.
This is the plan. The plan was she's going to move to Germany for a little bit. Well, her sister to give herself a break. I didn't really necessarily like the idea. So she wants to move her instruments and her vanity set into storage because the furniture is fucked up. I mean,
Right.
the furniture, a dog and pissed all over everything, bed, everything. It's nasty. So throw that shit in the trash. We'll start over when you get back. So her friend has an Airbnb. So I'll pay the rent up in the Airbnb for a couple months until you get on your feet and just stay there.
Yeah.
Boom. the plan when she come back. I wanted her to do that. I didn't want her to leave. I really would rather have done that because 2 reasons. One is that's like a vacation. You get to go sit down for 2 months and chill, and then come back, and I still got the same. So let's just pay the shit now and stay. The other reason is Trump may not let you back in this motherfucker, Amina.
And you know what? I'm going to take it from there. I believe Amina is wise and smart enough to realize that when she's in Germany, she's smart enough and wise enough to realize that I'm better off staying in Germany. Despite what Peter Gunz said, that Trump might not allow her back in the United States because of what's going on. But I think Amina understood that. I believe, in my opinion, I believe she understood all that. She knew that beforehand, in my opinion, that moving to Germany was the best thing, realizing that there's a chance that she may not be able to come back to the U.S. And I believe she took that chance knowing that. So, and from the previous video that we showed you guys, she feels at ease and comfortable there, and she's calm there. So I don't. To me, she ain't worried about going back to the U.S. with all that's going on right now. Like I said earlier, she ain't worried about that. That's my thoughts. She's not worried about that. No, she ain't worried about that. She's worried about having a peace of mind, calmness, and having family support. And notice how she didn't mention in the previous video anything about Peter Gunz. She didn't mention anything about him. She's not worried about it. She has no concerns about him. She's more concerned about the kids than Peter Gunz, in my opinion. She's more concerned about her children than Peter Gunz. She ain't worried about Peter Gunz. She didn't mention her name. She didn't mention his name in that video, the previous video that we played you. So let's continue. Let's continue. Let's hear what else Peter Gunz has to say.
You know, and you and I know why. So now I'm gonna have to fly in to LAX in the event that they don't let you in to get my kids, because I'm not gonna, I wouldn't want that to happen.
Right.
So Amina says to me, Peter, if they don't let me back in, it's just meant for me to stay in Germany.
You see what I mean? That's it. That's why I said she knew ahead of time what she's doing. She knew going to Germany, there's a chance that she ain't gonna get back to the U.S. Like I said, she ain't worried about Peter Gunz. She's worried about her kids. The kids, she puts the kids first and foremost over anything. So she ain't worried about no Peter Gunz. She ain't worried about that. No matter what he has to offer. Let's continue, and you're gonna hear what he has to say going forward. What options he gave Amina. Listen to the options that he gave Amina, and she really didn't care. Check this one out here.
I literally had to sign for my kids to go. I wasn't comfortable with it. Not at this date and time with what's going on with ICE and all this crazy shit. Hence the reason why we married. Anyway, if I'm being honest with you on some brother shit, the last thing I would ever do is lie to you. I would never lie or cap.
You never lie. You never lie.
I love my kids, bro. My kids can never be homeless.
Real shit.
I have an apartment in Dallas. I said, Amina, just go stay in Dallas. Live there. What am I going to do in Dallas? Live rent free? Swim? Go at amenities, chill for a little bit, give me a breather because I can't pay rent every multiple places.
See? And that's what I'm talking about. Peter Gunz gave her an opportunity for her and the kids to stay in Dallas, Texas, live rent-free. But to her, after losing her home in LA due to financial issues, she said, it ain't worth it staying in Dallas. It ain't worth it staying in the US, period. Let me take my behind and with my kids and go to Germany, where I get better family support and comfort and backing in Germany. Why am I staying in Dallas rent free? That was her mindset. She was aware of the rent free in Dallas, but it's not worth it. I'm there by myself, but where's my family? Where's my backbone? Where's my backbone support? Where is that? See, she realizes it's in Germany, where she has family. She has the family backbone support in Germany. So that's why she turned down Peter Gunz has offered to stay in rent free in a Dallas, I guess, apartment or condo. See, he turned it down. Some women or most women would have jumped on that. Okay, free rent free. Okay, cool. I'll take that. Some women would take that, but Amina, she had a different she had a whole different plan, and that plan is not, I don't want to stay in the U.S. It's not worth it. If my financial situation, it ain't worth it. It is not worth it. Better off go to Germany, be in a different country, and that's it. Start from scratch. Start fresh. Just basically reinvent yourself. That's the word. Reinvent yourself. Rebrand yourself. Reinvent yourself. This is what she's doing. Why is she gonna stay in LA? Why is she gonna go to Dallas? After all that, why is she staying in Dallas for what? Even though it's rent free and she ain't gotta pay nothing. Rather, with everything going on in the U.S., might as well stay in Germany. Go stay in Germany. Go stay in Germany. You got your family right there. That's my point. So whatever Peter Gunz offered her and gave her, she didn't care about. She didn't care about that. She didn't care. She wasn't interested. Let's continue.
Get the place up in Dallas. I send Amina thousands every month. Yeah. Whatever she asks, she will get on here and tell you the truth. It's just that she wasn't able to hold her side of shit up. She felt like
homeless, and I'm like, that don't make any sense. That's like Pete. That's Pete Gunz's kids right there, you know.
And that's it. He heard what he had to say. We're gonna go to the comment section. A lot of people chimed in on this. And this is what I was saying earlier. See, this is what I said. I mentioned this earlier, a few minutes ago or seconds ago. Person says here, I believe him. Sounds like she wanted to take her kids and live in Germany permanently. See, and I agree with that. That's what I just said a few minutes ago. Yeah, she doesn't want anything to do with the U.S. Nothing, and I agree. A free condo in Dallas, I would have jumped on that. Dallas ain't bad. See, and that's what I mentioned earlier. Some people would have took that offer. Some women would have took that offer in a heartbeat, but she didn't. To her, it's not worth it to stay in the U.S. It's not worth it. It's not worth it at all, according to her. Another person said here, this definitely sounds like the truth. I feel Amina wanted to leave anyway. It's hard being away from family and being a mom. She literally has no one here but her kids. See, that's it. Then to add on the financial struggles on top of that, all she can do is go home. That's it. And that's what I said earlier. Why is she staying in Dallas? Dallas for? Where's your family support? You're just going to be, you're rent free, but then you're lonely and sad, depressed with those kids. And where's your family support? See, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Let's see what else people were seeing here in regards to this. Nothing else really. Let me see here. I believe him. Amina is free spirit, hippie type person. See, and I believe that, and that's true. She's very free spirited, and she's very calm and not worried or concerned about where she's at. She said she'll figure it out. He said she's gonna figure it out, and just take it from there. So I mean. And like I said, notice she didn't mention Peter Gunz in the video. In the first video that we played, she didn't mention him because to me, like I said, her main focus is the kids over anything else. Peter Gunz, to her at this point, he's irrelevant. The kids are more relevant right now at this present time. So I got the kids, I got my peace, my happiness. That's more important than the materialistic stuff that she mentioned earlier in the video. She don't care about that. And I got my family support system in Germany. That's it. So we'll see going forward what will happen with Amina going forward. We wish her well. Hopefully she can turn her situation around And it seems like I believe, like I said, I believe that she will. I believe that she will. She has her family support in Germany. I believe she'll turn things around, and I think things will be on the up and up for her um, as she tries to journey through her trials and tribulations situation with the kids. Things will be on the up for her. I believe that. So we wish Amina well. Again, we'll definitely update you on this. Hit the like and subscribe button. More entertainment news, celebrity gossip TV. We're definitely going to update you on this and let you know um, if how she's making out and the progress she's making. As for Peter Gunz, man, he did what he could, but like I said, he I know it's pretty devastating for him not having the kids. Obviously, the kids are very important, but situation with him is, I mean, she did what she had to do. I mean, realizing, you know what, I may not be coming back to the U.S. with this Trump thing going on. She realized that, you know, that may not come back. Trump may not let me back in. She knows that. She's aware of that. Like I said, I believe and I agree with what people in the comments are saying, and I agree with this. She want to be in Germany for good. So I know that's what Peter Gunz, he doesn't want to hear that. He doesn't like to hear that because remember, he's not going to be able to see his kids, and you know that's pretty tough. But she made her decision. Yeah, you know, it is what it is. She made her decision. Okay, hit the like and subscribe button. More entertainment news, celebrity gossip TV. Nothing else to add to this. That's it. Until next time, peace and out.